Hey there, hoppers, and welcome back to our quest to finish every single video game. That's right, absolutely all of them. Today we're back with more The Farmer Was Replaced, and we have finally made the treasure work. So did that in between episodes here, just to get it working. So, as you can see, he does. It takes him a while, but he will eventually get to the treasure. All of the time, as far as I'm concerned. So look, he gets to the treasure there. And he's gonna go and he's gonna check some dead ends and go a lot of back and forth, and he gets to the treasure. So the way that is done is we have a list of dead ends which starts out empty. Then we have possible moves that he can make where he is currently standing, and he counts those up later. It starts at 0, of course. Then we are counting is the move he made last. We start at north, just needs to start something, doesn't matter what. We have a function to see if he has moved this turn, and if he has moved, that will just stop and make him re-roll the entire thing back to the start again. It starts with false because he hasn't moved when we start a script. We have can move and north, east, south, and west. They start at true, and we're setting them to false if he cannot move. Then we have the harvest, which is just there to harvest the thing he stands on. He's going to plant a bush, and he's going to use fertilizer to make the hedge. This is just basic stuff for the treasure. Then, if he is not standing on treasure when he starts, after he's made the hedge, that's done here. When he's not, if he's not standing on treasure, again we just reset all these variables because we're gonna be looking back to this a lot. Uh, and then, if there is more than one dead end or one or more dead end in the list of dead ends, he will check if uh, if the dead end is north, east, south, or west, and if there is a dead end there, he cannot move that way. He cannot move into a known dead end. And then he will check to see, can he move north? If he moves north, then he can move north, add 1 to the possible moves, and then move south again to reset him back to where he was. And he does this for every direction to get a number between 1 and 4. He has to be able to move one way. If not, he's got to be standing on treasure. I will collect that later in the script. And if possible moves is exactly 1, then we'll put the spot he's standing on in the list of dead ends. So say this square is obviously dead end. There's only one way to move. That's out here, right? So this spot will be added to dead ends. Same here. So this spot will be added to dead ends because there's only one way to move. But when he's standing here, he sees that this spot is a dead end, so he will not be able to move there. And therefore, he can only move one space when standing on this tile. If we can get back here to a similar situation, like here, if he's been here, knows this is a dead end, and then he's standing here, he knows this is a dead end, he can only move out here. And he does this, and he adds every single tile to the list of dead ends until he's finally standing on the treasure, which usually takes a while. This is not an optimal script, I know that. I'm sure people can do it much better, but this is what I've been cobbling together. And that's basically it. So this is all just a bunch of things to check where he moved last and where he'll move now to test. Make sure he tests every square, that it doesn't get stuck in two tiles moving back and forth wherever. And just some magic here with orientations and stuff. Basically copied 4 times. And then at the end here, if he's standing on treasure, he just harvests. So that's good. And we can finally make progress in this game, and it has been a long time. Let's run the normal main script here. Yeah, so now he's harvesting sunflowers, or he's going to be harvesting everything. Now let's see, speed. We can get that for 2000 power. So we currently have 0 power. Let's set our goal to be 2000 power. Okay. Now we can definitely improve the sunflower script. So maybe we'll start working on that. Let's just make a new window here. Copy the normal sunflower in so we can modify it a bit. And let's see. Let's see what we're looking at right now, what we're working with. So has gone through field is equal to false. And that's fine. We have a step count. Okay, max sunflower and the location of the sunflower. Cool. So it checks the world size. So if it's not standing on a sunflower, he will harvest so that the entire field will be covered in sunflowers. If gone through field is true, I think that's where we want to start. Gone through field is true. And this all happens if, see, well, not gone through field, okay. So afterwards it will move here. And we can just add an if statement to this, I think. And that is, if we go to info and then sunflowers, let's see if we can find that. Enter this sunflower. Okay. That did not help. What is the maximum number of petals? Does it say? Because there is a maximum number of petals, isn't there? Is it like 12? Huh. Because we would like to know that so we can add those to a list. And I mean, what we can do is we can have a list. So we can have a list of, let's see. Can we get the highest number in a list? Let's see, lists to get the max value. Is that possible? Okay. Oh, we can remove the first element of a type. That's interesting. We can pop at a certain index. Okay. Huh. But there is no max value, it seems. Can we sort lists? Is there any more things we can do? Huh. Oh, I found the information about sunflower. So sunflowers can have up to 15 petals. That's good to know. Because if we're ever standing on a sunflower with 15 petals, we might as well just break it. You know? So let us add that in here. So if measure, I would use measure again. If measure is equal to 15, then harvest, and then else. He will travel towards the nearest sunflower here. I bet you it's better to have this inside of here. So if measure is equal to 15, harvest, and then we can set as harvested to true. Do you want that though? Yeah, we want that. Has harvested is equal to true. And we can copy this for the y as well. And that's a start. I think this is slightly better than what we have going, because at least it will check every sunflower is standing on when it's harvesting sunflowers anyways. Why do you not make sunflowers? Is it because you make pumpkins first? No. Oh, because desired power minimum is very low. We want that to be 2000 then. Okay. Why are you running that script? You should be running Oh, because you also have harvest sunflower. Ah, okay. Harvest sunflower then, while we're testing things out here. Okay, and this should be slightly more effective, I think. See, he's gone through the field. He's checking there. Yeah. Now, what we do want is we want a list, I think. And we might want to redo this entire thing. So basically, this part ensures that he's planted a sunflower on every single tile. And after planting a sunflower on every single tile, we want, well, while planting, we can do measure, right? Before he moves. So immediately after planting, we know how many petals are there. Now we can add that to a list, which is well, what if, can we get the first occurrence of something? So if we do is equal to list, we can do this maybe. Just have all of the information in one here. And then we can do, well, we can always just measure. Here actually, in the if get done type, we can do measure. Well, let's do max sunflower. And we're gonna want to append measure. We're also gonna want to append the x coordinates. Dot append what is it? What is we say then for getting x coordinates? It's get pass x, and we're going to append sunflower dot append get pass y. So what we have now is we have a list, and we're gonna have a number of the petals. So we're gonna have a list. A number of the petals will always be 0, 3, 6. It will be something times 3, right? Index wise. So it will always be something times 3. So we'll have, for example, say we have 12 petals, and that is on 0, 0. That's coordinates. And then we have a sunflower with 15, that's at 0, 1. Right? So we'll have something looking like this, where every 3 will be the number of petals on a sunflower, and the following 2 will be the x and y coordinates of that sunflower. Right? So we have everything, all the information about sunflowers stored in one list. And after going through one time, we'll have the information about every single sunflower on the grid. And I'm sure that can help us. Now, we might want to split up the information here. Maybe that's easier. Maybe we do that. Oh, yeah, let's do that, actually. So we do a list for each, and then we can have index for like sunflowers instead. That's probably easier. So we just do this, and we have 3 separate lists instead. That's gonna be easier. Okay. Now, after having gone through the field, we get something, a little something down here. Now, what exactly will that a little something be? Well, it needs to figure out what is the greatest sunflower in our list. And also get there, right? Is there a way to just increase sunflower yield? We can do that with treasure. We can just do that. Do that twice. That's gonna help us out a bit, actually. That might be the easier route to go. Because it's stuck collecting power. And how do you increase that power? Yeah. What you can do is, after having gone through field, we never need to say go through field again if we can have the information about all the sunflowers in the list. Yeah, so that's the advantage here. Because now we can say, just while gone through field, for, let's see, I in range. Well, yeah. Max sunflower dot length. No, it's supposed to be length here, like so, and that will be. We'll now see highest value. So we'll see most petals is equal to 0 to start. And then if max sunflower at index I minus 1, is it? No, it's just I, that's right. If max sunflower I is greater than most petals, then most petals is equal to max sunflower. And now we will look through and see what is the most petals in this list, and we will hone in on one specific sunflower. After doing that, we can really copy. We can kind of copy this, I think. This whole thing. Let's copy that down here. After the for loop. Okay, let's just indent everything correctly here. We want to put you guys one up, and you guys one up, like so. And we don't want has harvested to be true, I think. What does the has harvested even do? That's an amazing question. That's the thing that stops this from looping. Okay, but I don't think we need an has harvested here, actually. Because that doesn't do much for us. Let's see, what do we want? Okay, so we can remove has harvested, I think. Just remove has harvested. And what we want is we also want a most petals index. And we update that as this at the same time as most petals. So most petals index is equal to I. And that's gonna give us the index of, it's gonna give us this number so we can keep that for the future, right? So here we want max sunflower x and then most petals index. So we access the x value of the sunflower with the most petals. And we move the same way. And we do the same exact thing for the y value. Most petals index. Again, it's the same index because they're all added at the same time up here. Oh, we hit 2000 power. So let's get the speed upgrade we wanted. We need more power again. So we can start working on that. Uh, most petals, yeah, most petals. And then afterwards, he's just gonna harvest. And he's gonna do a few things here. So we're gonna want to set most petals back to 0. We're gonna want to set most petal index can just stay. We don't need to reset that because that resets when we update most petals up here. But we do want to reset. We want to remove some things from the list here. So we want to do max sunflower dot pop at most petals index. We want to do the same thing for the x and y values. We always treat these lists in kind of the same way. We need to update them at the same time to keep them in sync index-wise. So that index 0 is always for the same sunflower, and index 1 is for the same sunflower. Afterwards, we want to do another planting going on here. And we can copy all of this, really. We can add that down here. And I will plant a sunflower and water it and everything. So that's great. We'll also measure and add the position and stuff back to the list. So remove information about the sunflower once here, and we add that back so we always have all the information about all the sunflowers in a list. Okay. I think this is good. Let's try copying this into here. Let's see if this works. Error. Max sunflower Y. Why is this an issue? Most petals. Okay. What exactly is most sunflower? Why? Most petals. Why is most petals a list? Oh, because it's max sunflower there. We need to put an I in there. Yeah, of course. And that should all be good. Need to do the same here. We're updating it to be a list, and then we can compare the next time we run through it. That makes sense to me. Okay. Then why does he stop for so long? Oh, because he's checking what has the most petals. But then he's just doing the sunflowers, you know? Yeah, this seems to be working wonders actually, because he doesn't need to move through the entire grid every time. He just moves to the next one. Oh, that's great. That's great. This seems to be what we want. We can delete this window because we have a better sunflower script now. Okay, we can do you. How much power do we want? 2600. So let's just take you up to like 5000 actually. Take you up to like 4000. Okay, and we'll just be running this script for a little bit. And we should be able to unlock speed again. Yeah. Very expensive for more speed though. We can expand the farm. Oh, that would be useful. And let us work on pumpkins then. The desired power just 100, 0. Want pumpkins to be at a big number. Want pumpkins to be at 21,000. Do 22,000 here. Do 16. Okay. Now we do have some issues with the pumpkins. Kind of the same issues we have with the sunflowers. Why is it not harvesting? Why is it not harvesting at all? That's strange. Let's try this again. Okay. Maybe it was an issue because we stopped and started at the same time. Or like in the middle of a run. I don't know. We do have issues with him harvesting prematurely every now and then. And we need to look at that eventually. Because that's a big shame. And we can expand the farm again. There we go. Oh, 75k for another pumpkin. We can upgrade the yield though with carrots. And that's rather cheap. We might as well do that. Okay. We probably want just a bunch of carrots now to increase the yield. We can increase the yield of carrots too with more wood. It's like the incremental aspect of the game. So you're probably going to want to harvest a ton of wood right now. He's stuck on pumpkin again. Okay. Well, let's just get a lot of wood. How much do we need for carrots here? 33k. So let's set the side wood to like 60k, 50k. Go. It's a ton of pumpkins immediately, and we get more of these. It's doing good. Harvesting trees and bushes. Amazing. We can afford another carrots upgrade, and that's maxed out. Amazing. Now we can work on pumpkins, I guess. So let's just do carrots. Oh, we can do that. Divide that by 10, and that's fine. Do we not want a ton of carrots? Why are you not getting carrots? I forgot to add carrots into this thing. Oh, seems like I did. So let's just copy all of this in here. Item.carrots is less than or equal to desired carrot min, and carrot max underneath here. Items.carrot. I want to do harvest carrot. Is that the name of the function here? Harvest carrot, yeah. Great. Everything seems to be okay there, so we can now harvest for carrots again. Great, we can close you. Cool. Getting a lot of carrots. We can use more fertilizer if we want to, ever. I'm not too worried about that for now, though. I'm not exactly speedrunning this game, so it's fine. Oh, we can upgrade mace yield. Ah, that's amazing. Yeah. Oh, and you can pumpkin me up. Yeah, great. I can see something interesting we can unlock here. Something of interest. Polyculture. Use companion planting to increase the yield. What is that? Grass, bushes, trees, and carrots yield 10 times more when they have the right plant companion. Companion's preference is different for each individual plant and cannot be predicted. Fortunately, the companion preference of the plant under the drone can be measured using Get Companion. It returns a list where the first element is the type of plant it wants as its companion, and the second and third elements are the x and y coordinates of the position where it wants its companion. For example, if you plant a bush and then call Get Companion, it will return something like enter its carriage 35. Would like. Okay. Oh, this seems incredibly challenging. Huh. Okay. Well, we're probably gonna have a look at that at some point. I do not feel like it though. Definitely not now. Oh man. I mean, look, we can update the cards function easily, and that's a simple function. Wood is not too bad actually, because there are only bushes and trees here. Hay is incredibly easy. So yeah, it's mostly for sunflowers and pumpkins, and I guess treasure. I mean, it cannot be true for treasures because it's either hedge or nothing. That cannot have companions. Pumpkins and sunflower, can they have companions? Or is it only the base one that can have it? Does it say here? Polyculture, yeah. Yeah, grass, bushes, trees, and carrots. Yeah, we'll be able to do that. Yeah, we'll have a look at that in the next episode for sure. Okay, but I think this is all the time we have for this episode of the day, folks. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed. I hope we'll see you next one. And remember, if you want to become a farmer just like us, please do consider hitting the subscribe button. It's free and it really helps me out. Anyways, have a nice day and goodbye!